Well, hello and welcome back. A little special treat for the start of the video there, that's for sure. One of Paul's special videos. Have a look at this for a view. It's a view, quite simply, that is to die for. Have a look at that. Well, it doesn't get any better than that. Well, it does actually. Let's introduce you to the most beautiful woman in the world, and her name is Miss Ochin. Gracidia Labu.
Hello everybody, how nice to see you again and again.
And again. Now, if you're wondering where we are, we're in downtown Chloraka. Just over there is the King Elephant Hotel, or as I have godfather renamed it, the King Elephant Hotel. That's Ochin Gracidia Labu. That's the multi-million euro villas, and of course that is a view to die for. There's a ship that crashed on the shores in 1985, and the crew loved it so much that they decided to stay for the rest of their lives. I'm going to show you that beautiful view, and then we'd like you to come on a little walk along the coastal pathway along the Chloraka coastline. So feast your eyes upon that beauty. That's the blue Mediterranean Sea, and it looks absolutely spectacular today. The sun is glistening and the sea is lapping and licking the coastline of downtown Cato, Chloraka. Let's have a word with Miss Ochin Gracidia Labu and see what she's got to say.
Mr. Paul, is that all salt, the white line I see on the coast, on the rocks? Because I forgot to bring the box with me.
You did again, yeah. The water laps on the coastline, and of course in the water is the salt. The water evaporates, and the whiteness that's left, if you look down to those over there, if you look very carefully, you can see the glistening parts. Well, that's the salt. Only the other day we found some little pools of the salt, and Miss Gracidia Labu, I'm using my English, popped her hand in and realised it was about 2 inches thick of salt, and she gave her hands a good rub, and she said that her hands felt absolutely beautiful afterwards.
My hands, excuse me for my French, was like a baby.
Like a baby's bottom. Smooth as a baby's ass.
Smooth like a baby, little baby's ass.
There we are. Remember, no babies were hurt in the production of this movie. Let's get up here, because there's a view behind us that you can see that is to die for. There's a view to die for to the side of me, and there's actually a view, well, it's absolutely beautiful. Some spectacular villas. Some are finished and one or two are in the process of being finished. These are a development of villas to the side of the King Elephant Hotel, or the King Elephant Hotel as we call it, and as you can see, they are ultra modern, designed for holiday ownership or permanent living. Very close proximity to Paphos, and of course a very close proximity to one of the greatest views in the world, which is that. And it doesn't get much better than that. So if you fancy one of these rather nice, spectacular, ultra modern villas, there we are, have a look at them. You've got two smaller ones on the end, the bigger ones are in the middle, as you can see. If you've got a couple of million in spare change under the bed, well, perhaps one of these could be that special home, holiday home or permanent home for you. Gracidia?
Well, I heard something about these two ready villas, but I'm afraid I will not be able to transfer the information to the people like you will.
Well, there is a rumour. There's a rumour has it that a very famous footballer who plays in the British League, and well, the rumour has it that he's Portuguese, and the rumour has it that his name is Ronaldo, and the rumour has it that he's bought those two over there. Now, whether he's going to come and stay in them himself, who knows? Or whether he's bought them as an investment, who knows? But as we came around into the car park over there, parked in the driveway, well, there was a Porsche Cayenne. Parked in the driveway, there was a brand new Range Rover, and parked in the driveway was also a Porsche 911. So there's someone with a couple of bob certainly staying in that villa, and rumour has it that his name is Ronaldo.
Wow, what a luxury place to be. And I would do the same if I was him. You know why? Because over the other side, he doesn't have anybody. Over this side, this building, as you see, is in a process. But again, if I was him, I would plant the big and tall, like Christmas trees. Only those trees in Cyprus become very tall. And then I will be isolated. And I would think that whole world was presented just to me.
There we are, those famous words of watching Receive Booth. The whole world was presented to me, because when you look out across the Chloraka coastline, it does appear as though the whole world has been presented to you. Have a look at that. A truly, truly spectacular view indeed. Possibly the greatest viewing point off the coastline of downtown Paphos. This is the Chloraka area, Lower Chloraka. You've got Lower Chloraka, Midtown Chloraka and Uptown Chloraka. Quite a big district, a bit like Paya. And again, very, very popular with the foreigners and the expats, whether they choose to live here or whether they choose to purchase holiday homes. Coming up over here now, well, that's the King Elephant Hotel, or the King Elephant Hotel as we call it. And of course, it's a true luxury 5-star hotel. One of our superstars, Mr. Tom, and his mum and dad and 2 sisters stayed in that hotel a couple of months ago. And unfortunately, Mr. Tom is now back in the UK, and now and again he comments and he says it's getting that little bit chilly and he would like to come back to sunny Paphos. So, Mr. Tom, we're in the middle of October, and guess what? It's still very, very sunny in Paphos. Chrissy?
Mr. Tom, you know, if you don't like the chilly weather, or if you don't like the rains, please send it to us and we will be gratefully, I will, paying for that lovely rain.
So, there you go, Uncle Tom. If you want to make a couple of bob, you package that rain up and that wind, pop it in a cardboard box and send it over to us, and Watching Receiver Booth will more than willingly unwrap it and accept it, and we'll package up a bit of sunshine and a bit of that blue Mediterranean Sea, and we'll send it off to you. Now, on the topic of blue Mediterranean Sea, as you can see, that sea is blue, that sky is blue. I'm dressed head to toe in blue, and even Receiver Booth has got an awful lot of blue on today. So get yourself on a big bird or in a canoe. Correct. Forgot. We've confused the lines.
All is missing is you, just you, our dearest, lovely, amazing people who stand into our shoulders like as soldiers. We loving you to bits.
So get yourself on a big bird or
a canoe
and
start paddling like crazy.
Because Paphos is quite simply waiting
for you.
There we are. Now, as tradition goes, let's have a quick look at the rear end of Watching Receiver Booth. There you go. Doesn't get any better than that. At the very, very start of the video, we caught her adjusting her attire. She didn't know. But it's all part of the fun. We're a family channel, so don't worry too much. Nothing much is going to go on. Let's show you the rear end of the King Elephant Hotel. Luxury 5-star hotel. Bit of a blue theme going on. There's blue glass across the top of all the balconies. Feast your eyes upon that. A truly, truly exceptional 5-star luxury hotel. Swimming pool after swimming pool. Great, great dining area. Indoor swimming pools, indoor gyms. You've got a rooftop restaurant. One of the best hotels in the whole of Paphos, if not the whole of Cyprus, that's for sure. Receiving?
I would like to tell you that, you know, whoever this famous man it is who bought those 2 villas, he is very clever, because the area here is so peaceful. Wherever you look, your eye getting satisfied of the views that you see, and I will not be surprised if in a month or 2 time, if we come here again, it will be the big ship standing in front of his villas.
Well, you never know. You've got 5 big ships parked up in downtown Limassol, and those ships come cruising by here as they go off on their cruises off into the Mediterranean. The Ocean Princess was in the Paphos waters only yesterday. An absolute monster of a ship. I don't think it's the biggest ship in the world anymore, but it was at one time. And in the very, very distance over the rocks, I understand what I'm looking at, and that is that very ship. If we look very, very carefully, along the coastline you can see a white pointed structure. That is the lighthouse on Lighthouse Beach. And then just beyond, if you look very, very carefully, between the lower rocks and the lighthouse, you can see a massive, massive white ship, and that is the Ocean Princess. Receive you at a booth. It could be that time to say the very, very big goodbye.
Well, I would like to thank you, of course, for your time, for your support, for your attention. Don't forget that we're loving you to bits, and please, again, don't forget to come and see another of our madnesses. And we promise that we're gonna improve ourselves, and we're gonna show you more and more different countries and places.
All that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, and of course if you do like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and please come back for that little bit more of our madness. And if you'd like to go through to our about page, you may want to consider, well, buying us a coffee or two, and it will help the channel to grow and help the channel to go to some more exciting places, or perhaps if you've seen something that you like. Let's have one last kiss from Gusevia at the booth, and then we'll get a great, great view out to the blue Mediterranean Sea. And there it is, that view that is more than quite simply to die for. One of the greatest views in the world, the blue Mediterranean Sea off the spectacular love island of Cyprus.